I don't wish to disappoint you, but our special guest speaker didn't show, so I'm going to read his sermon for you. This is from Venerable Bede, 8th century. And okay, I'm kind of nerding out on you a little bit here. Bede wrote in the 8th century the ecclesiastical history of the Church of England, and I read that when I was a teenager, and it was in our books, and I read it. I was so amazed by it and impressed. It was so beautiful, and because he told about this history of the church in England. In fact, if you read really carefully as you're reading it, so this sounds like King Arthur. So there's this beautiful stories of the saints and the history. Well, this is the Bede that wrote this commentary on the Magnificat. And I want you just to sit back and listen very carefully, and you start thinking to yourself, what is this telling me about Christmas? All right? Mary said, "My soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord. My spirit rejoices in God my Savior. The Lord has exalted me by a gift so great, so unheard of, that language is useless to describe it, and the depths of love in my heart can scarcely grasp it. I offer then all the powers of my soul in praise and thanksgiving. As I contemplate his greatness, which knows no limits, I joyfully surrender my whole life, my senses, my judgment, for my spirit rejoices in the eternal Godhead of that Jesus, that Savior, whom I have conceived in this world of time. The Almighty has done great things for me, and holy is his name." Mary looks back to the beginning of her song where she said, "My soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord." Only that soul for whom the Lord in his love does great things can proclaim his greatness with fitting praise and encourage those who share her desire and purpose, saying, "Join with me, proclaiming the greatness of the Lord. Let us extol his name together." Those who know the Lord yet refuse to proclaim his greatness and sanctify his name to the limit of their power will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. His name is called holy because in the sublimity of his unique power, he surpasses every creature and is far removed from all that he had made. He has come to the help of his servant Israel, for he has remembered his promise of mercy. In a beautiful phrase, Mary calls Israel the servant of the Lord. The Lord came to his aid to save him. Israel is an obedient and humble servant, in the words of Hosea. Israel was a servant, and I loved him. Those who refuse to be humble cannot be saved. They cannot say with the prophet, "See, God comes to my aid. The Lord is the helper of my soul." But anyone who makes himself humble like a little child is greater in the kingdom of heaven. The promise he made to our fathers, to Abraham and his children forever. This does not refer to the physical descendants of Abraham, but to his spiritual children. These are his descendants, sprung not from the flesh only, but who, whether circumcised or not, have followed him in faith. Circumcised as he was, Abraham believed, and this was credited to him as an act of righteousness. The coming of the Savior was promised to Abraham and to his descendants forever. These are the children of promise, to whom it is said, "If you belong to Christ, then you are descendants of Abraham, heirs according to the promise." This Christmas, may you join with me in proclaiming the greatness of the Lord, and let us extol his name together in our prayers.